On May 12, 2016.
I just got the chair pulled up.
Say I pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And would you please call the roll?
Yes, okay. Albers?
Here.
Say last name. Berg?
Here.
Kalmag?
Here.
Gonzalez, not here. Gray here. Novick.
All right, we got a quorum. Approval of the minutes of the board meeting of April 7, 2016. Can I have a motion to approve?
I have a motion to approve the minutes.
And a second.
And I second it.
Dave seconds it.
I had some questions.
All righty, questions, comments, or concerns?
On the bottom of the first page, President's Report, the second sentence, it's a grammar thing. Several things she felt were, instead of she had hoped to,
So you wanted to say several
things were, she felt were accomplished.
Okay.
It has a slight different meaning.
Okay.
Second page, very top, starting a fundraising of MGPO Foundation, the MGPO Foundation for fundraising, doesn't matter.
Where are you at?
It doesn't matter, it's not important, that one.
First sentence.
Yeah, it's not where.
Under meeting schedule of the policy committee, Leffler informed the board that the review happens every 2 years. It should say is to take place every 2 years. I don't know if it's enough different that it's worth
You
it.
mean the review happens every 2 years? So you want to
Yes.
use the word?
Should take place every 2
It should
years.
take place. And I don't think, on adjournment, I think you just need a motion and a second, and you don't need to.
You don't have to call it out.
You
It's
don't have to
optional.
call it out. That's all, minor things. Very minor.
It's a roll call.
All right, yes, it would be.
Okay.
So if there's no further questions, we'll call the roll.
Albers?
Yes.
Berg?
Yes.
Kalmag?
Yes.
Gray, yes. Novick?
Yes.
So that's approved with the changes. Okay, and approval of the minutes of the executive session, April 7, 2016. Can I have a motion to approve?
Motion made.
And a second.
I'll second it.
Questions, comments, or concerns?
The title is incorrect. The third line of the title should read minutes of the board meeting executive session. It wasn't a special board meeting, it was just a regular board. Am I in the way?
So is that in?
I believe I put it.
Yeah, we went into executive session that night, so that's fine. So it's just board meeting.
Is this
So it's just
okay?
an extra word in there.
Yeah. True.
All right.
So anything further on that one?
See, I do read.
So we can call the roll to approve with that one change.
All right, Albers?
So when you call the second time around, start one name over, so Albers would be like the last, so,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so now you would start
Start
with.
with me.
Okay. Berg?
Yes.
Kalmag?
Here.
Do I do Carlotta since she wasn't?
It's optional if she wants to, or
She
she can.
wanna-
I'm just gonna abstain because I'm
Okay.
gonna go over there.
That's okay.
Gray?
Go here.
Yes. Novick?
Yes,
And Albers?
Yes,
Yeah,
we're number 4 now.
okay.
and that way it keeps you from setting a stage where somebody could lead in, right, so you change it up.
Okay.
That's just the procedure.
Okay.
Any public comments on agenda items? No public tonight. So President's Report, real short and fast. Mr. Keister's going to join us tonight and give us some ideas and plans and suggestions how we go about doing the review of candidates, which we have a few to consider now. so he'll be here a little bit later. Committee reports, Finance Committee met, I can take you through that quickly because somebody's coaching. So, we met, the check register had no voids this time around, which is nice. The income statement this year, we should have, we're doing well. Our spend would be roughly 1/3 of the budget, and we're running at about 28%. So that's favorable on expenses. PMA, last year at this time had roughly $1 million on hand. This year we're at $383,000, and that's because we spent money fixing this place up. Our cash statement, April 2015, we had roughly $2 million in hand. We're down to 1.3. Any concerns from the director on where we're at? Or
No, I
we're
think
good?
we're doing pretty well.
All right. And that would be the Finance Committee report, which I would submit. So can we have a motion to accept that?
I move we accept the Finance Committee report.
I second it.
Second. Any other questions, concerns, or comments? None, then we'll call that vote.
Albers?
Next one over.
Oh, okay.
So then.
Should I always?
Third one,
Sure.
or go to the third one?
Okay, each time, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Stephanie, sometimes
didn't
I
know.
would, sometimes I would go backwards.
Oh, we know.
I thought it was the third. Okay. Calamag,
I wouldn't admit that out loud.
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Gray. Yes. Novick.
Yes,
Albers.
Yes.
And Berg.
it's
Yes.
odd calling yourself, isn't it?
So facilities did not meet, policy did not meet? So
No,
I think this time around, staff reports from our director.
You have my written report. I do have a few things to add to that. One was the update on the House Bill 696, which Stephanie asked me to report on. This is the House bill that was recently passed or approved by the House that made some changes to the Property Tax Extension Limitation Act, also known as tax caps. This bill does two things, or would do two things. It expands the number of local governmental units and school districts that would be covered by tax caps, and it would permanently lower the property tax extension limiting rate to 0 above the previous year. Any increase in the tax cap limiting rate would have to be approved by referendum. The changes proposed in House Bill 696 would apply to all non-home rule units of government and school districts. Morton Grove is a home rule unit of government, but a little bit of background. House Bill 695 would have frozen property taxes across the state, including all home rule units of government. Any bill that affects the revenue of a home rule unit of government has to pass by 3/5 of the 3/5 margin in the House, and it did not. House Bill 695. So that was voted down on April 20th, and on April 21st, they proposed House Bill 696, removing the home rule component of that bill. So right now, this does not affect us. We're not a separate taxing district from the village. Morton Grove is a home rule unit of government. So any limitations to our budget are set by the needs of the library, by the fiscal responsibility of the administration and board, and then certainly done by the village.
I do know, and his name is escaping me, but I reached out to the local representative, and he had voted against it. It had already passed. By the time I saw the email and reached out.
It's a fact, it doesn't
You got
affect
one
us,
line in yourself.
Yes, thank you.
but it could potentially, and so the people that supported it were upset because removing the home rule component of it weakens the bill as far as they're concerned.
Right.
People the Illinois Library Association is opposing this bill on principle, because it does still affect all those non-home rule units of government, many of which are libraries, such as library districts. Anyone who's a library district is going to be affected by this. But they in general oppose any bill that takes away local control. So, but for us right now, it does not affect us. So that was the first thing.
Thank you.
The second thing I wanted to report on, Courtney, the Youth Services Department head, wanted me to report on the Bernie's Book Bank Drive, which we participated in. She forgot to include it in her report. So the book drive collected donated books of, I'm not being coherent here. They received a total of 4,200 books, many of which came from us, not from the library, but we were a donation point, and she said our bin was overflowing. And so we got this very nice thank you letter from them. So that was a really successful book drive. So she wanted to report on that. And the third thing is I just wanted to let you know that in front of each of you, you've probably figured it out already, is the updated bylaws and standing rules. And I've also included just some guidelines for Open Meetings Act, which I thought were particularly useful as I was doing some research. So I did check into both the standards for Illinois and the bylaws reflect this. I think they're just misinterpreted. The review of the collection development policy is this only has to be done every 2 years, not every 6 months. So it's biennial, not biannual.
Okay.
So your bylaws do reflect that. And then we'll just need to make that change in the policy when we look at when different policies are reviewed.
Yeah, just the calendar, one of them should be that too.
Right, so those are the three things that I wanted to add to my report. Does anyone have any questions about that or anything that I have written about?
I want to give a shout out to Jeff Ray for his recap
Oh, yeah.
from where was he at?
He was at PLA.
PLA.
He did a very nice write-up.
So it was a great write-up, very informative. I took note of it, and I think we'll use some of that going forward.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
It was good stuff, so
Yeah, I was
just
pretty
wanted
excited.
to give him a little shout
Yeah,
out there.
great. I will pass that on to Jeff as well.
Stephanie noticed too. So, yeah, all right, good. Corporate counsel is not here tonight. So we have unfinished business and update on a facilities audit.
This was done, Kevin and I, Kevin in particular was concerned that he didn't want the board to think that this had fallen off our radar. It has not. He's been very busy, as you can imagine, doing some other things as he gets ready for retirement, and we've had some file server issues which are not going as smoothly as we had hoped. So he spent a lot of time on that. He and I have started reviewing this and didn't feel that we had enough time to make an appropriately detailed report to the board. So we hope to do that by June, hopefully by July at the latest, which would give us plenty of time to incorporate any priorities in the facility in next year's budget. So I just wanted to let you know that we haven't forgot about that it's still on our radar and
All right.
we're moving forward.
How are you gonna do that if he's not here, and maybe you're not here?
Well, we're gonna make lots of notes.
Post-it notes.
Post-it notes. We're available. He might be here at part-time. I'm always available, whatever. So we'll figure it out. But, yeah. Neither one of us are falling off the face of the earth.
Thank you.
All right. Any communications of note?
No, nothing.
I haven't heard anything bad, so that's good. Public comments on non-agenda items, anything from the public? No? We're poised to go into executive session. So,
Do I
We-
make that on here and then
So-
another one?
yeah, so then we would want to have a motion to go into executive session.
I will motion to go into executive session for personnel 5 Illinois CS 120-2 C1, and then also C2, C3.
Well, again, that'll be fine.
I will second.
And then we need a second,
I'll second.
and if no discussion, questions, concerns, or comments, then we'll do a roll call
Okay,
vote.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Gray, yes, Novick,
Yes.
Albers,
Yes?
Berg,
Yes.
Calamay.
Okay, the motion carries at 7:15. Of the board this evening?
It's nap time.
None? Then how about a motion to adjourn?
Oh, I'll make that one.
And a second, and we are all done.